Yo, what is going on, guys? I'm bringing you the playoff predictions, and first off, these are all my opinions, so obviously everyone's going to be entitled to their own, but you also may tell that I am sick, but anyway, I want to get this up because the playoffs are coming, and we're going to start from the West, go to the East, and move our way into the finals, but we're going to start off with the first seed, which would be the Anaheim Ducks going up against the second wild card spot, the Dallas Stars. I see the Ducks winning in 5 due to I really feel like the Stars are really only led by Sagan and Ben, and they really haven't been that strong all year. They just squeaked in. I mean, they are a good team, but I feel like this is their first time in a few years they made the playoffs, so I just feel like the Ducks will be too much for them. It could go to 6, but I don't think it would go any more to 6, so I'm saying the Ducks win in 5. The next one is the Colorado Avalanche, the second seed, against the first wild card spot, the Minnesota Wild. Minnesota last year finally came in the playoffs again. Chicago was too much for them to handle. Chicago won the cup. I think the Wild will have a little bit better. I mean, they've got Molson, they got Pominville, so they're definitely a bit better than last year, but I still think the Avs will be too much for them. They're too fast, too young. But I don't know how long the Avs will last because of that young age and not that much playoff experience, but I see the Avs winning in 7. I could also see the Minnesota Wild winning, but I'm going to give it to the Avs. Many people will be like, whoa, the Wild don't stand a chance, but I think they do. They're a very good team, but the goalie issue is the problem. When they had Harding going and Backstrom going, that was good, but right now they're going to Brizgalov, I believe. The next series will be the Blues taking on the Chicago Blackhawks, so the defending Stanley Cup champions. Many people thought the Blues easily were going to win the cup, but they have some injury problems, and they lost, I believe, their last 6 regulation games, or 5, so that's a downside there. But I believe Oshie is back, or some players at least are back, but I still see Chicago taking it in 6. Overall, I just think Chicago is the better team. Maybe goaltending and defense is the Blues, but Chicago's offense is just a lot better, and I don't know. There's still injuries for the Blues, and I'm going to say Chicago in 6. I could see it going to 7. I could see the Blues winning in 7, but I'm going with Chicago in 6. And the last seed in the West is the Sharks and the Kings. The Sharks seem to never be able to get past the first or second round, but I'm going with the Kings again. The Kings take it in 7 against the Sharks. Yet again, I could see this going to the Sharks. They have a very good team. Their offense is very, very good. The Yemis had a really good year this year, and the Sharks' defense is not that bad, but I definitely think the Kings have a much better defense. They're built for the playoffs, it looks like, especially since they won the Cup 2 years ago. But with Gabrick coming in, and he looks like he's doing pretty good there, and Quick having a good year, I just think the defense will be too much there in LA, and I think the Kings will win in 7 games. Let's move to the East real quick, and for the first series is the Boston Bruins against the Detroit Red Wings, and Zetterberg will not be there for the first round, so right there, that doesn't make it to 7 for me. I see the Bruins winning in 6. I could see the Red Wings. I mean, they're a very, very, very good playoff team, but without Zetterberg, I mean, the Bruins are just too good this year, in my opinion. I see the Bruins winning in 6. The next series is the Tampa Bay Lightning and Montreal Canadiens. I think this will be a pretty interesting matchup. I see Tampa Bay winning in 7, even without Ben Bishop. I don't know how long he's going to be injured for, but I know Lindback is starting at least the first 2 or 3 games. So I see the Tampa Bay Lightning winning in 7, though. The next series is the Penguins against the Jackets, and I believe the series went 5-0 to the Penguins, but I'm going to give this to 6. I mean, everyone thought the Penguins were going to sweep the Islanders last year, the year before that, and the Islanders actually made a pretty strong push. The Islanders are a young team, and watching Columbus a few games this year, they really give it their all, and they battled so hard last year just to fall like 1 point short, or 2 years ago, I should say. The next one is the Rangers and the Flyers. This is a lot. People have mixed opinions. Some people are really like, oh, the Flyers in 5. Some people think the Rangers in 5. I'm going with Rangers in 7, just because it seems like they can never really finish a series in 5 or 6 games. Although I do think the Rangers have a much better chance against the Flyers. It seems like they've just always had the Flyers number for many years anyway. And it seems like defense and goaltending easily goes to the Rangers. And if the offense is on, I'd say they're close to the Flyers' offense, but Flyers have a better offense. But anyway, defense and goalie, just Lundqvist compared to whoever they have in net, it's going to be Lundqvist obviously has the huge edge, and the defense in the Rangers is just much better. So I'm going to say the Rangers in 7. And on top of that, just how the Rangers have had the Flyers number over the past years. But the Flyers have been playing really, really good hockey. I mean, they've just come back from a few games where they were down a few goals. And the Flyers have been looking really good as of late, and I believe they started out like 2-8 or 2-7, so they surely surprised some people, including myself. I didn't think they had a chance to make the playoffs this year, starting like in the midway of the season, but they came back and they're in the playoffs. Then we move on into the West, the second round, the Avs and the Chicago Blackhawks. The Chicago Blackhawks, in my opinion, will lose in 7, but I can also see it going to Chicago if they are on a run, and like I said again, the Avs are a young team, so I don't know how they will be. They should still not, I mean, they shouldn't be fatigued or anything. They have a lot of young players. I believe they're the second or the first youngest team in the league, so I definitely think they have a good chance there at winning. Then we move to the Ducks and the Kings, and I see this going to 7 as well, except I see the Ducks winning this time instead of the Kings, and I don't know. I feel like the Ducks just have the edge there a bit. They have better offense. They have, their whole team is literally going. It's not just one line like the Stars, as I said before. They have a lot of depth scoring on that team, and I think that the Ducks will win in 7. Moving to the East, the Boston Bruins and the Tampa Bay Lightning. A few years ago they played, and the Bruins won that year. I could see this time again, though, the Bruins winning in 6. Unless Callahan and everyone steps up, but I don't know. They lost St. Louis, and Callahan, in my opinion, is not a better replacement. Although in the future, I think it could be better with the first-round picks they got. And Callahan is a lot younger than St. Louis, but for now in playoffs, I just don't think they're better this year anyway. So I'm going to give it to the Boston Bruins in 6. The Penguins and the Rangers. The Rangers have seemed like they've had the Penguins' number. Not as much as the Flyers, but I see the Rangers winning in 7. Like I said again, the Rangers can never really finish out a series in like 5 or 6 games. So I'm gonna say the Rangers in 7. So the final 4 are the Avs, the Ducks, the Bruins, and the Rangers. And we're gonna start in the West. I have the Ducks beating Colorado in 6 games to go on to the finals, and I have the Bruins beating the Rangers in 6. I don't even know if it'd go to 6. They swept the Rangers. No, they won in 5 that one year. The Rangers won the overtime game, but the Bruins are just too much for the Rangers. I think the Bruins have had the Rangers number in the past, but this is the playoffs and anything can happen. For all we know, the Stars could actually win the playoffs, the Cup. But really, these are just my opinions. Some of them are questionable, re-looking at them now and rethinking them, but these are what I think and these are what I stand by. I could see the Penguins winning in 7 and then the Bruins playing the Penguins and the Bruins still winning in 5 or 6, but I think the playoff finals will be, the Stanley Cup finals will be the Ducks versus the Bruins, and I'm going to give it to the Ducks to win the playoffs in 7 games, and that is going to be my predictions. If you guys have your suggestions, please leave it in the comments below, or if you have to say something about what I thought, please say it below. But like I said again, if you guys want to leave your feedback, I definitely would love to read it and see what you guys think, and instead of just saying like, oh, this and that, or you didn't agree with me there, tell me why you didn't agree with me there. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, please leave a comment, and I will see you guys later. And here comes the playoffs.
I need your love, I need your time. When everything's wrong, you make it right. I feel so high, I come alive. I need to be free with you tonight.